don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again. Today we have the privilege of taking a look at the SND X-Mortis Primo X-Mortis upgrade kit. This is from the SND Corporation, and it is designed to turn your Combiner Wars Battle Core Optimus Prime into Nova Prime. Now, I've been waiting on this for about 2 years, and I've had this figure pristine in box for about that time as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snap my fingers and pull him out of the box. And through the magic of video editing, we now have him out of the box, ready to go, pristine. Alright, so why don't we set our little Optimus here to the side, and why don't we take a closer look at the box here real quick. We get this pretty little picture. This has a really odd, almost dusky feel to it. It's not glossy at all, and yet it reflects the light really strangely. This is glossy, the picture itself, but this is very dusky. Side of the box, back of the box, looks like that. Side of the box, top of the box, bottom of the box. Alright. So why don't we go ahead and take a minute and get this guy, the new box open. So we get our instruction sheet, which I'm sure I will have to rely on quite heavily as this is a install kit. We get card, maybe if I can pick it up. It's nice heavy plastic. It's Primo Vitalis. The ancient evil has returned once he was lost within the zombie continuum. Well, alright then. But now Primo X-Mortis has returned to feast on the power cores of the living. Can anything stand against this monstrous undead menace? I didn't know I was going to be putting together a zombie. Well, see, there you go. Learn something new every day. Alright. We also get, dear SND fans, without your belief and your support, none of this would have been possible. Thank you to all of you. We've included a special bonus in this kit, improved hip ratchets, so you can put your figure in even more extreme poses. When installing the kit, simply replace the stock hip ratchets with these new stronger ones. A huge thank you from SND. Well, we thank you, SND, because I never thought I was going to get this kit, but I'm so proud and happy that I have it. Instructions, the way he looks. Okay, so now I have instructions. Taking a look at the stuff that's in the box here. Alright, we've got this piece right here. We got 2 of those. 2 brand new feet. We get in there. Ooh, look at that head. That looks like a combined mode head. And this looks like the regular sized head. We'll get a closer look at these here once they're installed. Crotch plate. Maybe arms, I would guess. This appears to be a replacement piece for the back, and we've got a couple other little things up here, like the shoulder bits. Okay, I've done the Optimus SND kit, turning him into IDW Prime, so I hopefully won't have too much trouble with this. We got this thing right here. We get come out. A bit that just doesn't want to come out. Here we go. Oh, I know what this is. This is the knock the pin out thing. Okay, we get crotch plate, maybe. Okay, we get, that must be the new hip pieces they're talking about, and it comes with a screwdriver. Thank you for the screwdriver, SND. Pretty little translucent sword, some more translucent sword bits right there, and we get two, there's a Gatling gun, just kind of floating around in there, and we get the wing assembly, which I have to tell you, this is kind of what made me want this kit in the first place. Oh yeah, doesn't that just kind of look like Freddy Krueger? Yeah, alright. No, it really kind of does look like a hand, doesn't it? I don't think I'm supposed to notice that. Alright, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get everything out of the box, and I am going to set it up so that I can put this together for you all. I think we're ready. What do you say we get started? First thing we have to do is take apart the leg joints. So what I have done here is I have taken and replaced the original foot, which is just on this little hinge here, with this new foot, which is sizably bigger than the other one. I mean, he can't stand up now. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and continue with the installation. So the next step in the directions is basically to remove all of these screws, and we're going to put on the thigh extenders, and at the same time I'm going to go ahead and replace the ratchets. So tell you what, I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here, and try and just remember that I'm in a smaller field of vision. So we'll go from here. Okay, so it took me a minute. I got one of them wrong, but that is not entirely unexpected with this type of set. They don't label these left and right, at least not that I've been able to determine. we have the joint here for combined mode. This thing has it's got a lock on it. Interesting. So it locks in two places. It locks right here, and it's got a pin right here that goes into a port, which makes it, should make it solid if I can get it lined up right there. We go. So that's apparently how it will work for combined mode, maybe? Surely I didn't have it right in the first place. You know what, we'll give it a try and we will see what happens here. The worst possible thing I could do would be to have to redo it. So I am not at all afraid to do this a time or two to ensure the fact that I get it right. So yeah, that would be backwards because they need to go like this. Daggone it, I think I got them on backwards. I think I've got them on backwards. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and remedy this so there's no reason for you all to sit and watch that. So I've got these things put in the right position now, at least I think they are, and this actually locks the cav in place so that it's one solid piece, so I really do kind of like that. The next thing it has us doing is working here with the torso. And the directions are a little, well, I'll be honest, they're a little vague. It shows, what does it show? I don't know. It shows the new piece, and I'm guessing it's this piece right, well no, that'll go on the top of it, won't it? Where is the crotchal piece? See, here's a new clutch plate that should go into this right here. Let me see here for just a second, folks. And because there are no directions, there are just pictures. But I do know I'm going to have to take this pin right here out, and probably, if you can see it, that pin in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I have to do to get these pins out. So, we would need the hammer again later. We need to physically remove this pin. It is the one that is holding everything together. So, the only thing I can think of is maybe I've got it backwards, and I'm actually taking it out the end way. Well, I'm going to try using the screwdriver because my little punch here only goes to about that far before it quits. So I'm going to try to hammer. Oh, and look what I've done to it already. But it is what it is. This is what it was made for. So right back at it. Sorry for the cut there, folks, but I have to tell you, that pin gave me, let's say problems. Let's just say problems. The issue was each one of these pins has a rough edge and a smooth edge. And unfortunately, I didn't recognize which edge was which. And tried to take it out through the wrong one. It happens. So, let's see here. I need to pop that pin out, and this should pretty much just collapse in on itself and come apart, at least in theory. Come apart now. You know you want to. Don't be that way. Come apart. Okay, folks, I was able finally to get this thing apart. Let me zoom in here so you all can see what I'm talking about. Hasbro had glued the pins in place, so I honestly don't know how this, you can't see, I honestly don't know how this is going to play out with it completed, but it took some serious effort and force to get it off, and it also took some hot water. So just be mindful if you decide to get this kit that it may require some brute force, I think is the word I'm searching for, to be able to get it to do what you want it to do. Yeah. Okay, so this piece is going to be replaced with this piece right here, and it should butt up here to this other one like this. Oh, you have to take this apart to be able to get to this mushroom peg right here. So now comes the fun part. I have to figure out how to put these ratchets in. I've got the pieces, but I don't know exactly how they work. I wonder, because I've got I've got these little, I bet it goes in like this, and then those set in place. I wonder where my needle nose pliers are. Anyway, let me see if I can, if you all can see, there are little posts in there. I'm pretty sure the springs have to set on them to be where they need to be. So, there's one. And we take our little thingy here and drop it all over the place, because that's a thing. Tell you what, folks, it's no fun getting old. Your hands don't work right. You tell yourself you want to do it this way, and you just can't quite get your fingers or your hands to work the way that they used to. I got one in place. Let's see if I can get the other one in place now. Alright. I've got them both in place. Now, my biggest concern here is putting the feet on backwards, because I don't think I'm going to get another really good opportunity to do this right. So, I'm going to do my level best to get these things on correctly the first time. this, put it down on top. Come on down like this. Right here. Alright, I got it in place. Now, I got some new screws with this, and I'm not sure, the directions aren't really telling me, but I'm hoping that they go in here. If not, I'm sure we'll find out here in just a minute. There's one. And slowly working it down. Come on, get on there. You can do it. Yes. Okay. Now we'll do this one right here. Get it in here all the way. Alright, that was solid. That one's solid. Oh, listen to those ratchets. They sure do sound good, don't they? And now he looks like this. Alright. I think the next bit says that we're going to end up having to put the pieces onto the torso. I think we're pretty much done, turn the page here, with the assembly for the legs. So, So I've noticed that I made an error, which I have to say is probably not uncommon. This bar has to run through this, so I'm going to end up having to take this bar out again. I didn't think it was right when I did it the first time, but you know, you try and do things the proper way and hope that they go right the way you want them to. And dog, quit barking at those chickens. They're not bothering you. Alright, so we need to get this in here like this. Push it into place. Alright. This will come in here like this, and the problem is going to be lining up this hole here properly, I would bet. But I'll give it the old college try and see what we get here. Okay folks, be mindful when you use this kit. You are taking out pins and you do run the risk of causing damage. I broke this section right back here trying to get the pin back on. It didn't work right. Remember, this is the piece I had to unglue, break the bolts on to get it fixed. So there wasn't anything to help hold it into place, and it snapped. There wasn't a thing I could do about it. It just snapped. So, I mean, what do you do? Do you fuss, fight, argue, and pitch a fit? Or do you try and just go on and make it work? I choose to go on and make it work. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, so as I mentioned, this part broke. I was able to get the pin through it. I really hope it's on the right way, because if it's not, there's no way in hell I'm taking it loose. Go ahead and I'm going to replace the heads now. Sorry about the cut there, folks. I had to figure out how to do this. These are two pieces that snap together to form the wings, and then you have this bar right here. And it was eating me up trying to figure out exactly what to do with it. But it's got these little clips right here, if you can see, and they go in, if I've got it right, they go in to this piece right here, if I've got it right, on the bottom. And you just put it in place, kind of push it a little bit, and it should go right in. You have to do that on both sides. Come on, get in there. It is not, getting those in is not the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. But you can see how they attach. These pieces will go over the smokestacks, so this comes up, fits in place, and then this comes over and around, and you get one in, you might be able to get the rest, the other. Come on, don't be that way. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's one started. Ah, shoot. 1 and 2, and they are now on there. And now he has his wings. Just like that. Boy, he's a bit back heavy too. Let's see here. The only thing we have left to do are, let's see here. we have 4 pieces left. Oh, and I guess we can put on the machine guns. They go in these holes right here, just like this right here. Line them up, drop them down. Now he's got machine guns. Okay. Now, to figure out what to do with these pieces. Let's see here. If I can figure this out. One of these pieces, I think it's this piece right here. Now on the other kit, we had to take this one off. I bet you we do this one as well, because I have no clue what I'm doing here. Let me see. This folds up, this folds around. Looks like it bends. It does bend. Interesting. It's on a hinge, but it's very, very tight. Now let's take us a look here. What do we have? I bet you, if I was a betting man, this is going to go in right here some way. Maybe not specifically on this piece, but yeah. Okay, that'll come down. And this will just help cover up the wheels, I guess. Let me see here. Surely we can do this on both sides. Not have to fight with it too horribly much. Alright. That one is. I don't know, I kind of expected something different right there. Alright, now we've got these calf pieces. Did they go like this? Or do they go like this? They go like this. Okay. It doesn't say we're supposed to remove that piece. However, having said that, I don't really see what to do here. I don't know, folks. Let me reconsult with the directions and I'll get back with you. Okay, so according to the directions, we do indeed remove these. Now, this should do something, but just what, I don't know specifically. I may have the wrong one on the right foot. Let's find out. I swear I don't see how that'll connect anywhere. That can't possibly be right. I mean, why do we have this hinge here? Unless it's supposed to go into something. Okay, so the directions show the darker piece sitting up on the thigh like this. Okay. But it doesn't really connect. Ah! It's all in how you hold your jaw, folks. Okay. There we go. It just snaps into place like that. And these have come loose. You scurvy dog. back on there. There we go. Okay. I think we're finished here. Wow, he is back heavy. And I mean, he is back heavy. And there's not really anything I can do to correct that either. He's just going to lean forward, I guess, and be back heavy. So, that is the installation. The only other, I guess the thing here, just somehow or another, if you want the big head, you can pop it down there, I guess. Okay. Tell you what, I will get these additional pieces together, and what do you say we give this guy a review? So taking a look at old X-Mortis here, or Nova Prime, you can see he holds his weapons. It is difficult to get them in his hands, and I wasn't able to get this one in all the way. But taking a look at the blades, they're nice. I do like them. This turns into a scythe apparently, so yay for scythes. This one is just a plain old translucent sword with apparently some fuzz of something on it. Okay. Alright. So, articulation in this mode. Excuse me. I've already mentioned that he's very back heavy. So there's that. The horns can wiggle forward and back. The head is on that ball joint, so you get full 360 out of it if you need. It can look up that far. I can't really look down, just be mindful of that. The arms are the same. They haven't really changed any at all. I mean, you get all the rotation and whatnot that you would expect from this figure. And this is an older figure, so I don't think I have to go into too much detail here. The waist is on this pin thing here, this mushroom peg, so you can go all the way around with it. I thought he had an ab crunch, but maybe I was just dreaming. Oh dear. That's something that happens a lot. I think I'm going to put these on underneath the I think I'm going to put these on underneath the other ones. Okay folks, so what I did was I put the chest pieces that are much tighter over and put the backpack section on the bottom, and it is far more stable than what it was. So we can call that the Tom fix, and we fixed it. Okay, these pieces here move up and down. The wings themselves each are individually articulated at this joint here, this joint here. This thing here moves if you need it to. This thing folds up and in so that you can have his wings down here like this, should you so desire. I have to tell you, I do kind of like that look. I do kind of dig that look. I do kind of dig that look. Kind of makes him look like he's got a cape or something. I do dig that look. Okay, the new hip joints. Let's see here. Excuse me. He goes out to there. The hip skirts get out of the way to allow for That's pretty close to the full American. I don't know if it is or not, but it's awfully close. And I can't tell for sure because I broke the frickin' piece, remember? Knees, unhindered, little over 90. You have your thigh swivel built in here to the knee, and the feet have a heel spur. Has a heel spur right here. Toe spur moves in and out. Doesn't really go up, but it can go down that far. So, yeah. That's his articulation. I'm going to go over, I'm going to pull out my ruler and measure him, and then I'll do some height, some size comparisons with other bots. Excuse me. Alright, so looking at coming up to the top of the head, I would have to say he's coming in at 8 3/4 shoulder to shoulder. Where do we judge the shoulder to stop at? Here to here, I guess. 6 inches. Depth wise, with it all folded up like this, eyeballing it, we're looking at about 5 inches. Let's see here, because everybody's going to want to know this. The wingspan on the wings. Let's see here. Well, it's going to be longer than my ruler, but fortunately, I have a tape measure right here. So from tip to tip, we're looking at 20 inches. So be mindful, this guy's going to take up quite a bit of shelf space. You're not going to be able to have his wings extended and be able to put him in your shelf, because my shelves end about right here, 11.5 inches. So he's going to have to either have his wings folded up to be accessible, which I think that'll, no, even that won't work. Just be mindful, he's big bot because of his wingspan, and he's just so back heavy, there's nothing back here. But I digress. I think the next thing we need to do probably is transform him. Final thoughts wise, this guy's a mixed bag. He really is. The kit does wonderfully, I mean absolutely wonderfully, at making him look super imposing, super menacing. It looks really good in poses. You can pose it certain ways and get it to do certain things. I think there's even an ankle tilt. It looks like there should be. There is. Okay, so I mean, you can even make him do poses like this, and he still looks good. This thing has some issues. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. I spent about 3 hours working on this thing, from start to finish, and I broke it. Now granted, when you start taking out pins and things, that is always a possibility, but looking at this thing right here, I mean, you can see exactly, well, if it'll focus, you can see exactly, focus, there you go, you can see where the pins were broken. And I can only conclude that SND did not take into account the particular glue that Hasbro used for this piece. I like the kit. I like the look. I wish I could have transformed it. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that are going to figure out how to transform it and show you everybody, and that's fine. But I'm just an average Joe. You know, if I can't transform it, there's a problem, and it's a fundamental problem because it's meant to transform. Now, granted, it could be user error. It could be the fact that I broke that piece. It could be that the directions just aren't all that good. I don't know. And that's an issue as well. So, should you buy this? We reviewers have a very difficult job in that people actually listen to what we say. So, having said that, with the burden and weight of people may buy this or not based on my recommendation, I have to say not to. Unless you are comfortable perhaps with breaking your prime, I can't recommend it. And I really want to, because it looks so good and I waited so long to see it and to have it in hand, and I can't. I just can't. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope this review was beneficial. And I hope somebody else figures out how to transform this thing, because I'd like to see it done. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.